Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I am your host, Sarah Troy. I had a wonderful conversation with a gentleman called Nigel yesterday, and we were talking about angels. Who are they? What are they? What percentage of they are of the human race? What is their job here? And a lot of people think angels are just people with wings that are up in the universe. But the angels are here on earth and take many, many different forms. And there are then the angels around those angels, making sure they're protected while they do their work here. I don't consider myself an angel. I consider myself somebody here that is committed and has been now for a few thousand years in each and every lifetime to ignite the heart and souls and spirits of the human race, to connect them to their divine, to the wisdom, to the love, and the exuberance of the universe, and to be able to channel what it is they need to know when they need to know it. I'm here for that and have always been here for that, no matter what human form I have taken. It's in this lifetime that I have, for many, many lifetimes, been able to step up and say, I am this, without persecution. That doesn't mean you don't have ridicule, because there's always people that don't understand. But without the persecution or being burnt at the stake or whatever that could be there. And the thing is, we are meant to be people that tap into the universal wisdom and love and energy on godlike essence. That essence is us. We are made up of the universe. We are an extension of the universe. We're an extension of that wisdom. It is easily tappable. Anytime we need to know it, if we can get out of the human intellect and allow our spirit to download. So why do we have such a hard time doing that? Well, one of the big problems is in being human, is that you're not being the human being. See, the being part of it is extremely important. The being part of it is the beingness, the essence of, the exuberance and the illumination of the understanding of what, why, and when. And the human is the vessel that is having this experience and that is learning to tap in to that wisdom so that we know what our meaningful purpose is in this lifetime. My meaningful purpose has always been to ignite the heart and souls, although I'm sure there's been a few lifetimes that I've gone astray. Even this lifetime, I grew up as a spirit that saw things and felt things and had wisdom beyond my years without comprehending what that wisdom was. But at the same time, I was trying to fit in as that human. Didn't want to be different, but couldn't help but being different, because different I was. I wasn't here to be part of the pack. I wasn't here even to lead the pack. I was here to open up the pack to the possibilities that lay before them. And one never knows what those possibilities could be. And this is the excitement of the human experience, of going through it in a way that we explore what the human and the essence of our being can accomplish, can do, can achieve. And when we allow ourselves to do that, then we truly understand the meaning of life, our meaning of life, and what we're here to do. And now, as Nigel pointed out, there are very, very few of us in the population of the human race that are here to press those right buttons and switch those right lights on to shed that illumination on, to ignite those heart, souls, and spirits along the way. And we have a huge human population that is nowhere near ready for it. But then we have many others that are waking up to it. My role, as much as I would love to be on the higher dimension, because that is where I'm at peace, this is where I'm fortified, painless, and in truth, and just love. I am here at that bridge of the fourth and fifth dimension to show people the path forward, to show people how to tap in, to show people there is something more than just being a humanoid, that being the human being is where it's at. And I have, through no matter what I've done in my life, however frivolous it may have looked like, I've always spoken to the essence of the soul and heart and the spirit, no matter what I did. I've been a restaurateur. So the passion and the love came through the food. Feel Earth's food feeding you. How is it uplifting you? Tap into that exuberance. I've owned my own dress shop. So it's about, how do you feel in those clothes? Does it give you that freedom and that extension of being? I have been a rep. I have been a DJ. I have been many, many things, even invested in technology. All of these things were about the possibilities of the human race raising up to the highest potential. And no matter from which way I did it, it was always the same. Even when I wasn't doing anything, I would always find people, or rather, people would always find me and come to me, not because I invited them, because they needed that information at that time. And it wasn't like I had an intellectual information. It has never been about the intellect, the human intellect. It's always been about the spiritual intellect, the divine knowingness, listening to the wisdom that is downloaded to me, that is given to the heart in truth, that is given to the spirit in action, and then given to the mind to find that clarity and that wisdom that you need when you need it. I've always been there for people at that time and space, although there was no intentions of being in a deliberate intention. The one thing about traveling this path, which I do love, I love seeing people come to life, discovering themselves, rising up to that higher level, embracing life with love and exuberance and purpose. And of course, my platform here now, interviewing the people that have made that journey, that have stepped into allowing, stepped into exuberance, stepped into enlightenment, stepped into empowerment, stepped into meaningful purpose, and now have become those beacon of light for other people. I'm now here to give them that platform so they can help people who are on that fourth dimension, walking to the fifth dimension, wanting to grow. But as we were talking with Nigel and I really do resonate more on a higher plane. And this isn't hierarchy. This is just from where I come. And it is lonely sometimes because people pass through me. They're on their way somewhere. They're on their way to heightenedness, to enlightenedness, to raising up their frequency, to raising up their illumination, raising up to their meaningful purpose. And it's wonderful to be a part of that. It's wonderful to see people on that journey, but they're passing through. The people I interview, they are there for you to tap into. You will listen to a show and you go, that person speaking to me, that person is saying something that I need to hear, or has a program that I need to use to help me step up to that next level. I'm giving you the people that are going to help you on your journey of life, but these people are passing through. And the loneliness comes in is that we aren't part of the pack, but we are collaborators of the community. See, my job is to bring people in from the outside into the community. so that people that come into the community looking for access, they find it in the community. I'm building that community with selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm building that community with the orchardofwisdom.org. There is so much wisdom here, ready for clicking, ready for reading, that allows you and invites you and inspires you to step up in your own life. So I'm building the community. I am part, but not part of the community. Does that sound confusing? It can be. I'm not the center of the community. I'm the compass of the community. I'm not of the orchestra. I'm the conductor of the orchestra. I bring the musicians together, and I bring them together with the same loving energy, the same conviction and passion, so that when they play their music, they are in harmony with each other. But it's not my music, it's their music. I'm just conducting it in a way that has it resonate out to all those that need to listen. So it is a lonely life. When you come across somebody that is of soul purpose, spiritual purpose, and the work that they do is illuminating, but you will see that you'll know and identify that work as it is for people passing through, collecting the skills and the tools and the information to walk further forward on their own. And it can be lonely. I've been alone all my life, and in my own book that I wrote, which I don't know, I think I might rewrite. It's Sarah's Self-Discovery of Soul Living. And it's, spiritual reflections and stories of the journey to the heart and soul living. And then I talk about my journey in life, from the perspective where I am now. And well, here's one little bit. The attitude to the key is the key to embracing a positive life. Change begins with a simple decision, the decision to embrace the challenge, open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. All it takes is saying no to excuses and saying yes to the potential that will propel you forward, propel your life and your lifestyle you desire. But change doesn't simply happen by wishing it. We must recognize the need for change and take that courageous first step, that step that initiates the transformative process. Change requires more than mere words. It's a necessity by deprogramming of all patterns and beliefs. Personally, it took me years to understand the importance of valuing myself and discovering self-love. Along the way, I encountered many demons, deep-seated pain from the past life experiences and beyond. So the book is, kind of the memories, the journey of my soul, the journey of, here's one on self-worth, which everybody has a problem with, right? So measuring of one's value is usefulness. It's a pursuit that resonates deeply within us. We strive to be worthy in our own eyes and the eyes of others, for it grants us the respect we have diligently earned. Consider the respect we hold for our parents, acknowledging the risks, time, efforts, pain, and sacrifices they made for us. Recognizing their value provides a foundation for valuing ourselves. It took me years to learn the invaluable lesson my mother imparted on me of self-value, which she herself was very insecure about. Far too long, I allowed others to assign me no worth, to manipulate and control me as I bore the burden of their pain and fears. So I have struggled in my life to fit in and to be a part of. And it's not been an easy journey, because when you are a soul whisperer, and especially I'm 70 now, so go back 70 years. As a child, I was a very sickly child, spent a great deal of time on my own. Even as a child, kids would come to me with their problems, and I was able to help them, even though I had no idea what I was doing. Downloaded channeling, didn't know I was doing that. But they heard what they needed to hear at the time that they needed to hear it. I had no understanding what I was doing. I used to talk to dead people. I saw spirits all the time. Couldn't walk for a graveyard without hearing everyone. Why didn't other people do this? Why was I different? Being aware that I was different and desperately trying to fit in confused me considerably as a child. And even as an adult, it was trying not to rock the boat, trying to fit in, trying to be accepted. And at the same time, having people kind of come through the back door needing your help, but would spurn you at the front door. It isn't an easy journey, being the soul whisperer, being the soul igniter. And I want you to acknowledge those angels out there, those people out there that are doing this work, that are there to ignite you and lift you and heal you and support you on your journey of life. I will guarantee you, most of them are alone. Now, that doesn't mean we're lonely, although we've been through loneliness. You're never alone. When you're with your heart and your soul, the heart and soul is always with you. It took me a long time to be happy with myself. And the only time I became happy with myself was when I let go of the expectation of what I should be and what people wanted me to be and just accept who I was. And then understand I can enjoy my own company. I can take myself out for dinner. I can take myself out on a date. I don't need other people. It's nice when you come across other people that are of like, and you can freely be yourself and know there's no ridicule or no judgment or no fear, and they're not going to put their running shoes on. But being able to be with yourself and go and do and be what you are and not have your own self running is a wonderful place to be. But it's finding those people, that community, with which Nigel does. He brings that community together of the light workers, of a way of showing us that we can rejuvenate each other, we can strengthen each other, and do it in a way where we don't feel alone. So it's Nigel Henry, right? And I do recommend reaching out to him if you are a light worker, if you're a person that feels sometimes misunderstood or lonely, that you resonate beyond the fifth dimension. You're at that higher hertz, that higher plane, and you need to have just some people to talk to that get it. Those people that truly understand who you are and where you're at. There's no competing and no comparing. Each one of us is a different instrument in that orchestra of life. As I said, mine is the conductor. He's conducting as well by bringing as light workers under one umbrella to support each other, to nurture each other, to be able to speak openly without fear of ridicule. I'm here to bring the people that have awoken from a dark place, that have stepped into the light, that are the people on their way to the sixth and seventh dimension. And they're here to help the people that are entering the fifth, that are still walking the fourth, and how to move forward. Now, what is all this dimensional talking about? There's the levels of your frequency, of your aura energy, of how high a plane you travel. The more you open up to those higher levels, those higher frequencies, those higher energies, the more you are tapped into the universal wisdom, the God-like wisdom, the more it ignites inside of you and guides you and leads you. For many people, it is God. Now, if God is with you and within you and he guides you into what you're doing and nurtures you, yes. If it's church God that dictates you and condemns or causes fear or ridicules you, then no, that isn't God's word. That is church's word of manipulation. God's word is of love and of encouragement, also of accountability, but it is always about nurturing you to the best and highest elevation that you can make. And the higher elevation you make is called different dimensions. The third dimension are people that are still in the state of anger and hate and disillusionment and are still playing the blame game. It's all their fault, and refuse to take any onus or action themselves to help themselves rise up to a higher plane, refuse to do this self-healing. When you hate so much out, it's because you're hurting so much in. I'm going to repeat that. When you hate so much out, you're so disillusioned out there. You live in fear. You live in hate. You live in angst all the time. Anger is because of the pain that lies within. You can hate all you like, You can live in fear all you like. You can be as angry as you like, but I promise you, you will never recover from that. And nothing on the outside will ever appease that until you are willing to go in and heal yourself from the inside out. And the more you heal yourself, release yourself from trauma, release yourself from past lives, release yourself from expectation. The more you step into loving your inner child, your inner self, and connect with your heart, soul, and your spirit, the more you elevate to those higher dimensions. And the higher you go in those dimensions, the more you are nurtured, the more you are supported, and the more you are empowered to do the work you are meant to do here on earth. That's what it's about. Nobody's here to fix you, but they are here to give you the tools, the wisdom and the encouragement and the support while you apply it to yourself. Remember my motto here on my shows: listen, learn, and apply. When you listen to the wisdom people are sharing to you, sharing with you, and you apply it to yourself, right? You've learned that this may work for you. So you apply it and see if it works. Now, there is no one size fits all. So it may not apply to you where you're at right now. Maybe this person's technique would be better for you right now. And that person, excuse me, and that person's technique will help you later. See, it's not, well, I tried it once and it didn't work. Try and try again. You've got to realize there's a smorgasbord, a buffet of tools out there. And you don't go for the plaster on the drywall before you've put up the frame. So there may be a sequence of things that you need to do. One of it is recognizing what your trauma is. Is it a past life trauma? Is it a this life trauma? How deep does it go? And now it's acknowledging it's there, and then which is the best tool to apply in order to release it. And one person's technique may not do it. Another person's technique is just the answer. It's the willing to go on that journey of self-discovery, of healing, of enlightenment, of growing, and of rising up to those higher vibrations. And the more you do that, the more you step into that frequency, the more you understand what your purpose is here in life. Now, my role, as I've told you, is to ignite your heart and soul, whether I do it myself or whether I do it for the people I bring to you with the skills and the tools. And these skills and tools have been discovered on their own journey of recovery, their own journey of self-discovery, their own journey of meaningful purpose. And these tools work for them, and maybe they'll work for you. And if you resonate with that person, you hear them and you feel they're talking to you, you reach out to them, right? You reach out to them and let them help you on your journey of life. When you feel that connection, that vibe, that frequency where, I hear what they're saying, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling uplifted by what they're saying, reach out to them. Start a conversation. Where else is it meant to go? There is no quick fix. There's no downloadable app. There's no quick pill. It's reaching out and making a connection, building a relationship, and allowing that person to vibrationally meet you and help you rise up. You're doing the work, they're supporting you. And if they're the right frequency for you, then they'll help rise you up, right? So I'm here to bring you these people. I've also still doing the work that I was assigned to do, igniting the heart and souls and spirit. I'm still that light worker, but I don't do it necessarily in my counseling anymore, although I do have that program. I'm here for anybody who wishes to speak to me, just wants to talk and go, I'm confused, I don't know where to start, I don't understand my feelings. And what comes to me is what I will share with you. It's not from my own intellect, although it might be from my experience, but it is what is downloaded. And you'll know what it is because you'll feel it. You see, it's not about thinking the knowledge. It's about feeling it. When you feel it in your chest, you feel it in your chakras, your body, and you feel it and it resonates with you in truth. That is the knowingness. That knowingness And that knowingness you can trust. You don't need to verify, validate, justify. It is. Trust it, feel it, go with it. But if you get the thoughts that are yes, but if, and there's the doubt because you're constantly on a circle of this intellectual thought that doesn't have a solution, doesn't have a conclusion, not one that makes sense, then you're going to be constantly on that treadmill. You have to feel it to be a part of you, to embrace it. I set it free. That's what it's about. I, as a human, still have my struggles. As I said, I like being up on that higher plane in that vibrational energy. I like traveling into the universe while I feel everything and nothing. I am not in pain. I'm not in body. I am just in illuminating spirit, just floating, receiving, being nurtured. And I can come back into body, feeling whole again. I am at peace and at one when I'm in my higher vibration. But I bring that vibration to you, from me to you, from me with the people I interviewed to you, from the books that I've been in, like behind us, you can see Mission Accepted 262, 262 women sharing their journey in the book. Our Forgotten Children book, which we published last year, which is all around the raising of our children. I contributed a chapter to that. My own book, Sarah's Self-Discovery of Soul Living, to Dare to Live Fearlessly. And I'm in another book that's coming up this year as well. And of course, I've got the next book I'm producing, which is Our Forgotten Seniors, where I'm gathering seniors for right now. So yes, it's all there, right? Everything is there. I'm a visionary. I see possibilities. I was given the ADD as a human to match my spiritual vision, because in the spiritual vision, I always see the bigger picture and where we can go. The ADD can see the bigger picture where we can go. Now I need to gather the people that can build what we need to see where we can go. So, as I said, if you see someone and you feel them, and you feel that they feel out of place, they're amongst people that are still very earthbound, that are very trapped in their own illusion, and you see this person who's resonating and sharing their energy, but it's not being felt and certainly not being reciprocated, go and have a chat with them and share some of your energy. If you come across a light worker, a healer, and you will know who they are. They're the people that do the action, and they're people that share the action. Now, what do I mean by that? There are people that are healers, that are wonderful mentors, and they're very good with their program. They're very good at igniting and getting you on the right journey. But there are the people that feel it in a way that you can feel them before they even walk in through the door. And those are the people that when you want to ignite your heart and soul, you want to connect with, because they are already resonating within you and you can feel it. But at the same time, give them some support, okay? Give them some love, give them some encouragement. It is a lonely journey as far as feeling you're a part of. I have very, very few friends, many, many colleagues. But as friends go, 2 or 3 really good friends, none of them are spiritual. None of them work on my plane. They kind of keep me earthbound. They're my earth friends. My spiritual friends are the people I work with, and then we have those conversations. We lift each other up. I don't have them actually in my current life in person. That's okay. As I said, I'm not alone. And God has gifted me 2 beautiful grandsons. I do have a step granddaughter, but I don't see her much. But 2 beautiful grandsons that I am interactive with 2.5 days a week, and with another one on the way. And those grandchildren, they are the pure essence of spirit, of soul, of heart. And when you play with them and when you're around them, It's heart to heart, it's soul to soul. They haven't been contaminated by human existence yet, by human life and expectation. They're still learning, they're still open, they're still sponges. And it's so wonderful to go on this journey with them and their imagination and the hugs and the kisses and the love. It's just so expanding, soul expanding. So if you are a person who's feeling your soul is not being heard or you're not getting the rejuvenation, hug a child, ask permission. Hug a child, a dog, a cat, animal, because they resonate on that level. They are our heart soul beings, and they're here to show us and ignite our heart and souls as well. Go and hug them and just feel that connection, feel that communication, feel that support. It is truly illuminating and absolutely wonderful. I recently had a dog here for a few days while a friend of mine went away. His name was Panda, and he's such a cuddler. It's wonderful. And I do want to get a dog. I'm going to wait until a bit later. I do want to get a dog of my own because I'm a snuggler and I love holding something and holding and loving because I'm a loving person. And I've only got my grandchildren to love like that. So yes, we need to put around us something that's going to fortify us and understand our love, understand that exchange of heart. And if you are a light worker, please make sure you look after yourself as well. Rejuvenate yourself. The worst thing you can do is give, give, give until you're depleted. So if you have to say no to some things or reduce some things to go and take care of yourself, please do. It's essential that you do, because without doing that, you will burn out, been there, done it. And then you'll be set to receive the lower vibration, and that can really drag you down. So please go and do what lifts you up. What lifts me up is music, watching people do good deeds, being around animals, being in the forest. I mean, right outside here, I have this monkey possum tree. I'm surrounded by trees. There's a wonderful creek right behind me. There's mountains of trees just up the road. And trees, breeze, and water are essential to my well-being. They feed me, they nurture me, and I don't need to be in the water every day. I just know it's there, it's close. The trees all around me, and when we get the breeze, it feels like it's cleaning away the cobwebs. But tap into the light workers and the work that they do. If you're a neurosurgeon, I want to see your credentials and how successful you are. But I still want to know that there's a certain amount of intuition to what you do. You have the skill, but you listen to your intuition as to whether this applies or not at that moment. If you have somebody that purely lives on intuition, but doesn't know how to apply that in a practical manner, it's still disconnected. So no matter what our intellect is, and you can be as brainy as you like, as credentials as you like, if you don't incorporate it with your intuition, your soul wisdom, your godlike wisdom, you're never going to actually understand what that intellect really is here for. And I've interviewed many people that are engineers that are now a very spiritual people. And in that spirituality and the engineering side of it, they can construct the understanding of how to use that spirit in a productive and applicable way. So there's always two sides to a coin, and we don't want to be lost on one or the other. My intellect is still soul intellect, heart intellect. I'm not academic at all. But I appreciate academic people that have opened up their soul and their spirit. And there's so much to learn from them as well, because they present it in a way that allows them to construct it in a way for people who do need that structure, that do need those building blocks and are able to apply them. So we've talked a lot today about the light workers, the angels, the soul workers, the heart igniters, all of that. And it's very, very important that we do have that in our lives. It's the only way we're going to grow. It's the only way we're going to step out of hate. It's the only way we're going to step out of the pain and the anguish that the world is going through right now. The more and more of us that step into our heart, soul, and spirit intellect and rise up to that higher frequency of love, kindness, caring, compassion, empathy, the more we will become the healing for the world. And the more then we will truly see the essence of who we are, why we are, and what we're here to do. So thank you for listening. I bring you these shows from the heart. Everybody that I interview, it's for you to judge for yourself whether this person is a fit for you or not. But I encourage you to listen. Very often in a show, the first half is talking about what they do with this or that, and then the nuggets come out in the second half of the show. So please stay with the show. I know they're long, mine aren't, the others are. It's because that's when the nectar comes out. So if you're looking for short, quick fixes and 5-10 minute show, you're not really looking for the true content, the true roots, the true application of your own growth. You're just wanting a stimulation. Here, with the people I bring you the application and the why to apply it with them and how to resonate with that and how to move forward in your life. So if you're really looking for change, if you're really looking to grow and elevate to that higher plane, then please listen to my shows all the way through. And you will see for yourself how much you're going to get out of it. And, you know, I say take notes and have a podcast party. Everybody listen to the same podcast, take notes of what really resonated with you, what really stood out, and share that afterwards. And you'll be astounded of what people got differently to you, but now you see a rounded, more fruitful position. So have a podcast party. Make it like, instead of book club, have a podcast club. Once a week, you're going to listen to a show or 1 or 2 shows over a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, a piece of cake. And then afterwards, share what you learned from it and what you learned about yourself from it, because that's what we do it for. We want you to learn about yourself, the essence of you that is waiting to grow, waiting to illuminate, waiting to ascend into a higher plane. And we're here to support you on your journey of life, because that's our purpose. So until next time, folks, and if you are interested in my book, you can find it on Amazon, but of course on my site, you will see it there. And if you go to any of Sarah's View of Life shows, you'll see there's a link to it in any of my show packages there. So please rise up. No pitchforks, no anger, leave that down. Rise up with empathy, with compassion, with kindness, with consideration, with love, with productivity, with common sense. Open up, receive, elevate, and join us, because believe me, this plane of higher elevation is so much more peaceful, productive, loving, and caring than the lower level. So until next time, folks, be all that you can be. And here on Self-Discovery Wisdom, we're here to help you with the people that have the skills, the tools, and the wisdom. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration, it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.